Alright, Kat. Looks like we're live.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 34 of GT Insider. This is a place where you can come join us for quick insight into all things gaming and maybe hear something that will enhance your gaming tribe experience. As always, everything on this show is the opinion of the host and not necessarily the opinion of Gaming Tribe or Mass Luminosity. Today, we welcome back Kirsten as our guest, and you need to turn the light on. It's a little dark. Kirsten.
Okay, it's kind of far away, but
I didn't notice it before. I apologize.
Come on, Kat.
Shut up, Joe. Let's go ahead and lead into that, Joe. What have you played this week?
Okay, so I've played, whoa, that's weird. Sorry, my Skype was doing something funky. I played a lot of Dark Souls 2, League of Legends, a tiny bit of Goat Simulator, or Goat MMO Simulator, Worms Crazy Golf, Nuclear Throne, Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Is that it? Is that all I've played? I think that's it. Not positive, but I think that's it.
Sweet.
Tim, what have you played this week?
I haven't played a whole lot. I've been working on my resume because I've been applying for a pretty interesting job. But I'll have more details about that if something comes out of it. But I've been I went over to a friend's place who has an Xbox and the Master Chief Collection that came out on the 11th.
Ooh, yeah.
And I'm going to say this right now. All the stuff that you've seen about AC Unity and things like that, about how terrible Assassin's Creed was and things like that, the Master Chief Collection, its launch is probably worse than whatever happened with the Assassin's Creed.
Are you serious? Wow.
The multiplayer hasn't been implemented correctly yet.
I heard nobody can play that.
Yeah, you can't play multiplayer at all.
You don't need multiplayer. It's obviously a single-player game.
Yeah, obviously. But I will say this: the campaign was done beautifully. The reworks on the campaign were done beautifully. But it's kind of sad because they had already had the first Halo Combat Evolved done from the original Halo Anniversary Edition.
Yeah.
And of course, they released this one on the Halo 2 the 10-year anniversary. So I feel like since they had this date planned, that they should have been like, hey, I know that we could have released this and done it right. They should have delayed it.
Yeah.
Because they even tried their major patch on the 19th, which was like 4 days ago, to fix all the multiplayer element, and it worked for a few games. It was fun, and not anymore.
Weird.
It's crashed and burned, and I've been reading articles talking about AC Unity, and I'm sitting here like, okay, where are the articles on the Master Chief Collection? And there are a couple, but I encourage you, if you haven't gone and checked that out, to go look at it. But other than that, I haven't really played very much on my computer. Been playing a few mobile games and just hanging out with friends and playing on the campaigns
No League,
again.
Tim?
Actually, no. I haven't touched
We need
League.
to play together
I
because
haven't
it's
touched
the
League in a week.
new jungle's out. It's awesome.
I haven't touched League in a week. I haven't played on the
If
new
you
Summers
like
yet.
Dota 2, now's the time to play League of Legends because now it looks like Dota 2.
'Cause now it looks like Dota 2.
It really
Alright.
does.
Pretty much the same, yeah. Silly.
But yeah, that's about all I had.
Oh, sorry. Kirsten, what games have you played this week?
I actually haven't been playing too many games. I've been a bit busy, but what I have been playing is Far Cry 4. Quite a bit of that. Pretty
Hey.
good game.
I heard it was a lot redeeming a little bit for Ubisoft there. So
Yeah, people are even finding things to complain about Far Cry 4. It's just silly. People never stop complaining, but there's really nothing wrong with Far Cry 4 other than Uplay is really buggy. But you can't let that take away in-game. Like,
That's actually
know.
fantastic because I felt bad for Ubisoft because they've just had a really bad year, and it's good to hear that they have
Yeah.
at least one thing coming out that's good.
Far Cry 4 is better than the third one so far, so... And I didn't
Outside of
actually
the
care
middle.
for the third one.
Oh, I never played it. I still need to. I
I
bought
haven't
it,
played
but I
any
never
of the Far
touched
Cry
it.
ones myself.
I watched Donkey play the
We need to
first one,
fix
and it
that.
looked ridiculously
You
hard.
need to play Blood Dragon.
Oh, I have played Blood Dragon.
So good.
I'm gonna pretend I know what that
Dragon,
is
like,
and
one
go on my
weekend.
way.
Blood Dragon is basically it's a reskin of the original of Far Cry 3. That has a special campaign made to look like a 90s action sci-fi movie. It's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
it's
does
music's
sound
good
pretty
too.
sweet.
it is, and it's a lot cheaper than the standard game. It was like 15
And better.
bucks on release. So
Well, that does sound pretty interesting. So maybe I haven't played anything but WoW.
I heard. Hey, you hit max level, right?
Yes, I hit max
Wow.
level yesterday, and I was on the Tech Me Out show with Tyler and Richard on
Friday?
Friday?
I think it was
Sure.
Friday.
And someone asked me if I thought that the game had gotten easy, and I was like, kind of, because the leveling's a little easier. But now that I'm max level and I'm doing the normal dungeons, I'm just getting my butt handed to me constantly. And I'm like, if the normals are this hard at 100, I don't even want to know what the heroics are like, much less the raids. It's insane. Everything is so strong. There's a lot of different mechanics that go into being able to do the fight and not get face stomped within 2 hits. It's pretty crazy. But that's all I've played because I need to gear up. You have to have a certain item level to be able to run certain things, and I'm not there yet. I gotta get stronger gear so I survive.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and shift into our topics. Joe, what did you bring to the table for us today?
I brought something that I honestly had a lot of trouble getting into and only probably played about 30 minutes, so I feel really bad about that. But I'm bringing to the table the new patch for Goat Simulator MMO, Goat MMO Simulator, which was a huge troll on the part of Coffee Stain, I feel like, because a lot of people when they first were coming out, including myself, were sort of like, does that mean multiplayer? And like I heard a lot of people saying, yeah, it's multiplayer. They've said it. And I looked everywhere to find the articles where they supposedly were quoted, and I was like, it doesn't say it. This is not real multiplayer. And so there's a lot of funny things. They have there's a chat that you can type into the chat. Oh my gosh, I should have tried to emote in the chat and see what happened. Like /dance and stuff. I bet there's something for that. Anyways, but there's a simulated chat where it has gold sellers, people looking for group, people complaining about server lag.
That's pretty awesome.
All
Do
that
they
sort of
simulate the
stuff.
actual lag too?
Yep.
Yeah, there's the other characters. You'll like walk around and sometimes you'll see other goats like rubber banding back and forth, and it's really
Oh
funny
my
just to
God.
watch it. Yeah, and you can't even I've tried to interact with them, and you can't even interact with them because they're lagging out, so that they're bouncing back and forth. It's a
That's
lot of
pretty
fun.
awesome. I'll
Um,
have to check it out for sure.
yeah, this map is huge compared to the other maps, or at least it feels huge to me. Like, I was trying to find some stuff to do in there, and I just couldn't figure it out. Like, I couldn't find my way around. They added a bunch of classes, which are really fun and funny to use. I've tried out the Stealth Goat, or the Assassin Goat, Rogue, I think is what it's called, and Magician, which were both sort of fun to play around with. There's also Microwave, it's literally a microwave with
Microwave
legs.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I don't
Why?
quite understand. No, I don't know either. It's sort of strange.
It's creepy.
But, yeah, it's a lot of fun. I haven't found the disturbing area yet. Every Goat Simulator map so far has had some very strange area. Like, the first map, of course, had the place where you sacrifice the goats to become Demon Goat. The second one had the area with Slender Goat in it, where if you walked into a graveyard, there was a modified goat that looked like Slender Man following you around.
Oh, jeez.
Or the Shrek
could-
Ninja Turtles.
Oh yeah, I haven't ever found them. I found their area,
Creepy.
but I'd never searched for them. Yeah, and then
They were like
so
the
there's-
first thing I found.
And because-
So
I just-
creepy.
I looked for I spent the whole time I was on the second map trying to get to Dead Mouse. That was my whole goal,
Oh.
and I did it. But
Take
and
the
then,
elevator.
yeah, I didn't know about the elevator for a while, so I used some shenanigans to get up there. Like, I have a mod that lets you get infinite jumps on your goat so that you can get to really hard to reach areas, and so I used that.
Cheater.
And then
no, I'm just
so
kidding.
there's gotta be something creepy or odd in this one, and I haven't quite found it yet. All I know I did find a church, and I thought that was gonna be the creepy area because there was a graveyard, and then it wasn't that odd. Although I did smash open a coffin and found a fish inside of it. Yeah,
All right then.
it's still a fun game, and if you're into MMOs, it'd probably be even more fun. But it's just like MMOs have never had a draw for me, so like having a game that sort of makes fun of it while it's funny to me, it didn't pull me in as much as it did. Still fun though, like it's still worth it.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
also-
it's free, so if you
Yeah,
already
yeah,
have the
it's like,
game,
you're
it
not
doesn't
paying
really matter.
for it,
Exactly.
so.
Yeah.
But and also remember, it's not real multiplayer. Like, there's a ton of people that were like getting all up in arms over whether or not it would be, and I was like, it's not going to happen.
The key word is MMO Simulator.
Oh, is that what happens with the 5 dodos? Somebody just posted something. I found a quest for the 5 dodos, but I could never figure out where the circle was to bring them.
Okay.
I'd have to
well.
figure that out because I haven't played that. I'm still trying to figure out the
Oh, crud.
which quest was it? Oh, it's been at least 2 weeks. I haven't touched the new MMO Simulator yet, but I've seen a couple of people streaming it, and it looks like fun.
I haven't watched any streams of it, and I don't even think I updated it, but I need to just to poke around at it. It sounds pretty fun.
Awesome.
All right, excuse me. Tim,
Well-
what's your topic for today?
I wanted to go back and, Thursday was a pretty huge day inside of the esports world because you had 2 key things that were kind of learned throughout the community or announced. One relates to League of Legends, which is, of course, one of the largest esports scenes in the world, and the other relates to CSGO.
Hey, can I pause you for a minute? As much as I hate getting up during the show, I need to because my kitchen is flooding. I'll be back.
Nice.
What?
Sweet. But anyways, I'm gonna keep talking.
Cat, no, don't die. Swim, cat.
She's in the desert. It'll either
I like how the
flood
dog
or
is just hiding under the bed. He's like,
His
stay
head,
away.
he's like, what?
Like, what's happening? There's water where there shouldn't be. It's not my
Alright.
bowl.
Well, we're gonna keep going, so hopefully Kat can get that squared away. Let's see here. So, first thing I want to address is the League of Legends Championship Series. So LCS it just announced their huge revision. It's not really a huge revision, but it's a very key revision for the way that they're going to handle banning players from the competitive scene. And this is key because there was two key players inside the LCS that got a permanent ban, and
Yeah.
their
Wasn't one
policies
Badmar?
their policies posted over on the LOL Esports website, and it's got a few key elements to it, saying that they wanted the disciplinary action of banning somebody to be both about reform and punishment, as well as introducing a kind of a new long-term suspension policy where they classify it as indefinite or fixed. Both have a minimum length in which they can be banned, and it goes off the splits inside the series. So a lot of people know that there's a spring split, there's a summer split, and there's do they call it fall or winter split? I can't remember. I think it's fall, but and this both entitles to their European and their North American side of the house. So this affected 2 of the key players inside of it, where they both got indefinite bans per se or suspensions, and they also clarified how their review process works a little bit. So you guys can go find that out over there. But the one that really drawed me into taking this as a topic was the CS:GO side of the house, because CS:GO, instead of just banning individual players like the League of Legends scene did, they banned 2 players because of the Valve anti-cheat system detected that they were cheating online. So this resulted in policy that they had written out. The players in question got banned. At least 2. I think there's a third that may have gotten his reviewed and sorted out. But there's at least 2 key players that were set to play in DreamHack Winter 2014, and it affected not only these 2 players, but also their entire teams got banned from the tournament.
Wow.
And their policy is that since they got banned by Valve through the Valve anti-cheat system, they also banned the teams because of Valve sponsors this tournament. So any tournament that is sponsored by Valve results in the entire team getting banned as well. Which is interesting because that's two completely different perspectives of the competitive scene, where you remove one player from a tournament and, okay, my team is down one player, let's go bring in an alternate to fill the slot. That's what people in LCS can do. Whereas on CSGO, Valve system says, congratulations, Team Titan and Team Epsilon esports are both disqualified from DreamHack winner because of their players' actions. That's a little bit more severe, if you ask me. It resulted in yesterday them having a playoff in Stockholm where 4 teams got flown out, paid for by Valve to fly out to a LAN location. I think it was Inferno.
Wow.
Inferno Align in Stockholm, Sweden. Yeah. They featured 4 European teams to replace these 2 teams that had gotten banned. The 2 teams that won that tournament got to fill in for the tournament that DreamHack is going to be happening here in a few weeks. So I thought it was quite interesting that not only did they ban the entire team, now they've flown 4 teams out to compete against each other to fill these 2 slots. So, as much as I hate the fact that they banned an entire team for individual players' actions, I can see that Valve takes their esports scene very seriously, especially for CSGO. They've sponsored this DreamHack tournament. Now they've paid for these expenses to fly out 4 teams and give basically two of these 4 a shot at playing at DreamHack. And I'm not going to spoil who ended up in the tournament and winning yesterday, but they'll go up against people who have they'll go up against teams that have like, for instance, Team Dignitas. Anyone who knows League of Legends, Dignitas has teams across multiple esports scenes, including CS:GO and League. But they'll be at DreamHack Winter playing against these 2 teams that filled in Titan and Epsilon Esports. So, Team Titan. So, I thought it was interesting. And I thought it was definitely something to merit. My source on this is over at loadthegame.com if you want to read the CSGO highlights, or the NA LOL Esports website for the competitive policy revisions on League of Legends. So if you guys want to go check that out, feel free to.
I gotta say,
the part of that I caught was pretty awesome.
I gotta say, I sort of like League's system more than Valve's. I respect that Valve also not only I respect that they did that and that it is a good thing to punish cheating, but I feel like a lot of times it's enough of a gimp for a team to have lost a player. Like the guy who changed it, like the guy who got banned right before the LCS had to step out for 3 games of LCS, the Worlds, because of the racist comments he made in his games. That team didn't win any game they didn't have that guy in. They lost every single one. And I don't know, maybe it's not as much of a gimp in Go as it is in League, because I don't know the roles as well in Go, if there's certain roles that everybody tries to fill, or if everybody just does certain things. But I don't know, I do like the fact that Valve definitely is showing that they are taking their scene seriously. That's a good thing to see, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, CSGO's community, the Counter-Strike community was one of the original esports scenes anyways.
Yeah. Is that a permanent ban? Are they going to be allowed to get back into tournaments eventually, or is it you're done? Sorry.
I think the team is allowed to remove the players in question from their roster, and then go back and they'll have to go back through the requalification process, which means that they'll have to compete again until they win their slots back. But those players have to go through Valve's anti-cheat system, which is notoriously good at catching cheaters, and notoriously hard to be oh, I wasn't cheating, when in reality something is awry. There's no information on what necessarily happened to get those 2 top level players banned, but I haven't seen anything on it. So
okay.
It's kind of interesting how serious everything is getting over this sort of thing. It's pretty awesome.
I
Who knows
think
where it's
it
going to be in
builds.
the future?
Yeah, and it builds legitimacy into the
Oh yeah,
into
it's definitely a good thing.
going into it.
Yes.
Yeah. So
All right. Now is probably the point that everyone has been waiting for. Kirsten is going to give us a awesome spiel on Borderlands Pre-Sequel. Take it away.
Well, some of you might remember back in, I think, March, the first time I appeared on the show, I talked for like an hour and a half of Borderlands Pre-Sequel.
Yup.
Quite a while, because I was like super stoked about it.
It was a good
Well,
episode, though.
yeah, it was pretty fun, not gonna lie. But I'm gonna talk about my opinion on it, I guess. Because everything I talked about on that one episode I was on is pretty much just all the same. Nothing has changed since it was announced, I guess. But so I have to say it's my favorite Borderlands. I love the first Borderlands, didn't really care for the second one. But this one is really good. It's not repetitive at all, and it's practically like a fresh new take on the Borderlands series. A lot of the mechanics, just everything has changed, and the fact that you're in space and you can fly and hover makes everything so much better, and the free roam's even better. And there's just so many Easter eggs and just so many fun things in this game. But so I got the chance recently to play as Handsome Jack, which is the
Oh
most
yeah,
recently
that was a
the
patch,
announced.
right? Not patch, DLC,
Uh,
right?
Yep, it's called Doppelganger. It's not legitimately Handsome Jack, but it's like a clone of him, pretty much. They haven't kind of described like why the heck there's a Handsome Jack clone, but so there's really nothing better than playing as Handsome Jack and working with Handsome Jack. And then Handsome Jack's, or the clone of Handsome Jack that you play as, his skill is he summons two other Handsome Jacks.
Oh,
So there's
Jesus.
literally there's literally like 4 Handsome Jacks at once on a map, and they don't stop talking, but they're extremely witty, and it just makes the game so much fun being able to play as Handsome Jack and just having tons of Handsome Jacks. And he's also pretty strong. He's pretty much like Windhelm in the game, where Windhelm summons 2 robots, that one that heals you and one that shoots. The same
Yeah.
ways for Handsome Jack, except they're his clones, I guess. But except they die a little bit faster, but that's kind of because they're stronger. But so the character I wanted to play most on the pre-sequel, the test out, was Claptrap. I didn't get to play him, unfortunately. Claptrap's
not?
my favorite character, but well, because I really wanted to play Athena,
Okay.
because I love her, like, melee a lot, and I loved using a sword and shield, and also because I cosplayed as her, so I was like, I might as well play her to see how she actually is, which she's really, really cool. But I haven't had time to play the other classes except for Handsome Jack and Athena, because I'm trying to beat the game with one character right now. That's with Athena. And I have to say I haven't beaten the game yet. And one of the reasons why is because I really don't want it to end. Because it's really, really good. That's kind of how I am with games. But I'm going to hopefully beat it this week. Because since the Handsome Jack DLC was recently released, I guess. But let's see what else about the game's exciting. Because I know I explained like so much about it in the last episode, but they also changed the ground pounds. Like before, they talked about the fact that you can fly high up in the air and slam on the ground and attack everybody around you, but they never announced the fact that you could. So in the game, how you have the shields, and each shield gives you your own power. So like if your shield depletes, then it will explode and hurt the area guys around you. Well, you also get another one of those, but for the ground slam. So like I have a shield right now. If I fly way up in the air and slam the ground, it makes a massive like earthquake shockwave that just pretty much kills everybody around me, which is really
Nice.
overpowered. But there's just so much like mindless explosions and actions in this Borderlands, which makes it all the more like entertaining and enjoyable. And I have to say, this Borderlands is way more witty than the other ones. I just laugh nonstop at it. It's just, and there's a lot more claptraps too, which I love. Most people get really annoyed by them, but playing Borderlands 2 and only having one claptrap is kind of sad, in my opinion, because just I love being around claptrap. So this one, there's just literally claptraps everywhere.
Oh god.
Your home base, your home base besides like the town on the moon itself is Handsome Jack's. I'm trying to remember what it's called. It's the Helios station. It's in Borderlands 2, the giant thing he sits in the sky that shoots beams down at the Earth. You get to pretty much live on that. It's really cool, but that thing is chock full of claptraps that never stop
Why?
talking.
Oh my god,
Claptrap's
why?
amazing.
Not when there's more than
'Cause he's a-
one.
Not when they're on the ground constantly like, help me! Find my parts! Like in Borderlands
That's
1.
so
I could
sad.
never find the parts. I wanted to blow it up. I tried killing them so often to get them to be quiet. They would never
Aw.
go away.
I
got
always
so
feel so bad.
Well, in Torchlight, you can get a mod, and the mod lets you have Claptrap as your pet, and he doesn't shut up. Oh my
It's
god,
amazing.
he's
I want to
so
get that game just because
annoying.
of that.
That sounds like it's
Yeah.
a realistic claptrap then.
It does.
Yeah.
You can also get Navi, and she does talk as well.
That would be
unfortunately.
even worse.
Hey!
Yeah.
Listen.
So that's why every time you say Claptrap, I remember because Tyler had it when we were playing, and I was just like, I want to get rid of your pet. If I could stomp it, I would. And then he changed it to something else, so it got quiet. But
I want to
too
get
much-
that game
too much
just for that
Claptrap.
reason.
If you do,
I never
if you play
have
with
enough
us,
claptrap.
I think you can have a max
Actually-
of like 8 people playing at a time. I think.
Well,
I don't remember.
I
You
think it's
Smash
8.
has that. You Smash has 8 people Smash. I watched
Oh
some
my
people
god.
play that
No.
at the student center. Holy crap! It was
Amazing.
chaos. I was like, how? I want to see them try and do it on Final Destination, just because I think it'd be hilarious.
Oh my.
It's so tiny though.
That's the
Exactly.
idea.
Giant cluster.
You sit there and you talk about Claptrap's voice, and you have the differences between it. I remember. Do you know who voice acts Claptrap?
I don't.
You don't?
No.
Okay, I can't remember the name either, but I was going to see it and test your knowledge. But that's okay. We know your knowledge is extensive. It just doesn't include real life people, right? Well, I remember reading an
Yep.
article a while back. This is like months ago, but the voice actor for Claptrap has 2 kids, right? And his 2 kids used to always make fun of him and stuff like that, saying that like he didn't really have a real job or anything like that, until he voiced Claptrap, and now he's famous for Claptrap, and his kids are like, okay, I guess you have a real job, and you read through this article and you think that his kids are like like teenagers, something like that. They're like 4 and 6 at the time of writing this article.
Wow.
So it's like young kids are like, no, my dad doesn't work anywhere. My dad doesn't do anything.
So
And
I
That's
looked up
funny.
who it is, and his name is David Eddings.
yeah, that sounds right.
The second, it looks
It
like,
sounds
because there's 2 odds.
familiar.
Yeah, Steven just said it in the Twitch chat too.
Oh, okay.
But-
I just like Googled it.
Perfect
His
timing.
voice is so iconic. I love it.
Yeah, he's actually been in a good hand of games. From the
Yeah,
looks of this.
he's been a voice actor for ever, and
Dude,
that
Facial?
is what he is known for is
Okay.
Claptrap. So it's the voice of Claptrap. So
Amazing.
But-
I might check the game out someday if I ever get it. I've never beat the first 2. I always start playing with people. My attention span. Don't look at me like that, Tim. I have to have someone to play with me to keep me going. Because if I'm left alone, I'll just be like, back
See, if
to
you
work.
ask me to play that game, I'll play that game, and I will power you through the game by going using my
But
other
I don't
high-level
want to
character.
power through the game. I want to experience the game and
Wait, baby,
see it.
You're the one who said you got distracted. That means we power through the game, Kat.
No.
You're getting the story
I'm
shoved down your
distracted
throat.
by myself. If I play with somebody else, if they power on ahead of me, I just get irritated because it's like, but I want to go explore over here, and now you're way the hell over there, and now I'm dead, and I'm just upset and not having fun. So
That sounds about right.
yeah, there's a reason I'm
Sounds like my
called the
friend Zach.
wandering gamers because I'll just be like, hey, what's that? And next thing I'm dead, and it's like, oh,
That's like
Sorry.
Zach. I'll have to I have to be like, we'll be doing a quest, and they'll be following me just fine. Then I'm like, okay, we need to go over here to do this. I'll turn around, and Zach's like all the way over across the field. I'm like, Zach, why are you over there? It's like, there's this car I wanted to shoot. I'm like, Zach, we're
Yep.
like 2 seconds from finishing this quest and getting some awesome weapons. He
Yep,
does the same
that's
thing in
me.
League too. He'll disappear for 5 minutes and then gets attacked. You're just like, Zach, why were you
And then
in,
dies.
why were you at the enemy team's red buff? You're playing Malzahar. What the heck?
but I'm always the one that just, hey, what's that over there? I wonder what's over here. Or can I go this way? And yeah, groups don't like me very much
I'm the
sometimes.
same way. Well, it's hard playing with people too sometimes because, like, for me, I know I like exploring and overly examining everything. Like, I'll look just
I have
everything and
to
find everything I
uncover
can.
every part.
Yeah.
Every part of the map
I'm the
has to be
same way.
uncovered.
And then people don't do that with me. I get so frustrated and I stop and explore while everybody else is just way ahead of me. It's like,
Yeah,
you're missing out on so much stuff.
it's like you
I
waste
get
all that
that as
XP, and I'm like, but the map. And that's one of the things I like about WoW is when you uncover the whole map, you get achievements for it. So it makes me feel better.
Achievement
I'm like,
hunter.
yes, there's a reason for me to do this.
So you're conditioned for it, in other words.
I am now, because they never used to before. And then they brought out achievements, and I just got all these because I already uncovered everything. And it's like, and then after all, you get a title called The Explorer, so you can have that on your name. And I'm like, yeah, that's me. It's whatever my character name is, The Explorer, because I just wander. People are like, you're too high level for me. I'm like, I don't care. I didn't see this part of the map. I want to go see it. And yeah, so.
Same way.
But one of these days I will beat Borderlands. I think I was playing Borderlands. I was playing Borderlands and I got to this one part where I kept dying. I don't remember who I was fighting, but I just kept getting my butt handed to me and I just never played it again. I was like, I can't beat
It was
this.
probably right in the very beginning of someone.
No, I actually did make it a decent ways through, so shut up.
Remember, I soloed Borderlands 2 all the way till you go to like the city that Hyperion made, and then I just was like, okay, I need to wait to get some more friends to play with. Because I was on a cruise ship. It was awful trying to get that far though alone. It's a fun game, but alone's just bad.
My least favorite
Yeah.
enemies are the loaders.
I love the loaders because I
just
wreck them.
Because
yeah, those are
I was
horrible.
I was never sniping or anything like that, so it's like just really hard to get the critical shots off by shooting in the eye or the
Yeah.
whatever dot it is.
I always snipe, so it was great for me. I was like, okay, I see your spot, and I just would
I was a
blast
pistol
it.
user, so
Oh gosh.
snipe with
Yeah.
that game.
yeah, you
don't
can a
Snipe
little
with a
bit.
shotgun.
Snipe with a okay.
Gotta use
sure.
the TK Octo or whatever it was, the one that
The
goes like,
TK Baja, the one that
yeah.
Seeing you do that made me think of Saints Row. It's the
the
dubstep gun.
dubstep gun.
It just shoots
Yep.
everything everywhere.
And it
third
rains
was-
like
The third one
Huh?
was so good. I just couldn't get into the fourth one though for some reason. The fourth one was
The
just
fourth
as
one's
good.
the
I
only
just
one
couldn't
I've
get
ever
into it.
played. I've never played any other game. My friend was like, "Here, play this with me," and I played it. And as soon as I discovered the dubstep gun, I like. The only other gun I use from that is this mag one where I can levitate stuff and throw it. So I'll just be like, "All you people here, you're not over there," and then the cops.
it's fun having superpowers.
Yes,
That
because I
was
could just
cool.
go stand on a building and they can't get me.
Awesome.
Exactly.
So, do you recommend Borderlands Pre-Sequel to people who have never played? Like, do you recommend that they get this first before like playing Borderlands 1 or 2?
Actually don't at all. You wouldn't understand the story if you haven't played the other ones. Or at least the first one. But so I definitely recommend it to people who are really tired of Borderlands and think it's an extremely repetitive like series in the game, which you are correct, but it's practically just a whole fresh take on the series. Pretty much new gameplay, new environment, even new characters. I mean, Roland and Lilith are still like pop up here and there, but I definitely suggest it to people who are tired of the Borderlands series.
So, anyone who may or may not have played at least the first one should probably take a second look at this one and reconsider
Definitely.
it. Awesome.
Sounds good.
Well,
Alright.
whenever you actually finish the game, let's get you back on and let's hear your actual overall synopsis of a review, a full review. But you're gonna have to keep it short again. So
Okay.
look
Won't
forward
go over
to
45 minutes. Don't worry.
yeah. Okay, there we go. We'll limit you to 12 and a half minutes. That should be good, right?
Okay. I like the sound of that. Yeah,
Alright.
that's perfect.
Just put a little timer in the corner of her window that counts down. So the lower it gets, the more frantic she gets. It's like, ah!
It's like,
Just
need to cram everything in.
Awesome. Well, let's roll into some GT talk.
Yes.
And
Let's have you do the Facebook policy one, Tim.
all
You
right.
should have known I was going to do that.
I wanna actually address this in kind of a different order than what we had laid out. The first thing I want to talk about is the GT Alert, the desktop application, basically. and then we'll go into the Razer Naboo talk, and we'll talk about the one you just mentioned, Alfie, Facebook, and then we'll end with the upcoming giveaway.
Yes.
Were you going to talk about the link posting issue still, or?
Yeah, we
we
can
were
talk about
supposed to?
Or is that-
Yeah, might as well.
We'll talk about that. So first things first is, if people haven't already noticed this is like released last year, but there is a Windows application developed by Mass Luminosity, which is just a Java-based application, and basically I have this on my computer, and you can go and download it on massluminosity.com/gtalerts/download. It's like 406 kilobytes. It's super small. And basically it runs on your desktop, and it'll pop up and it'll be like, hey, we have a new giveaway. And it literally, that's pretty much all it does right now, is it alerts you to the next global giveaway. So you don't necessarily have to have the email already. You don't necessarily have to be on Facebook. You don't have to be on Twitter. You don't have to be on GT. You don't have to be anywhere. All you have to do is have this thing on your computer. You could be playing a game. It'll pop up. It will say, hey, new global giveaway. Click here. And it will take you straight to the giveaway page. And it's super simple. You don't necessarily, like, so if you're looking to get rid of all that noise from Facebook, Twitter,
It really
email,
streamlines everything.
yeah, it's super easy to have, and it's been around forever, and not a whole lot of people have it. According to this post, only about 3,000 people had it, so not a whole lot.
I need to re-download it.
Yeah, I encourage you guys to go check that out. So after that, I want to reference the post of Mass Luminosity is now an official software developer for Razer Naboo. So what does this mean? What does the Razer Naboo is the smart wristband, right? It's developed and is expected to release pretty soon from Razer. Prices are everywhere from, around $100 is typically what the price is expected to be. But what this means is that Mass Luminosity can now develop software for an application on the Razer Naboo, which would allow you to do things. An example that was posted by Angel was, if two people have the Razer Naboo and they're in the same area, it will send you an alert saying that there is another G-Triber nearby, and all you have to do is walk over to them, give them a high five, and you're instantly friends on Gaming Tribe, if
That'd
you're
be
not already.
fun.
Which is just ridiculously awesome, right?
It'd be awesome going to conventions.
Yeah,
and the Nabu's gonna be,
Imagine all the people.
yeah, and the craziest part is the Nabu's gonna be not that expensive, honestly, for a smart band sort of deal.
yeah.
Like, it's supposed to be less than $100 is what they were saying
Really?
on the Razer. Yeah, Razer said that. I'm
Awesome.
almost positive on Facebook, which makes me even more pumped because I wanted one ever since I first saw it. I definitely entered. I entered for the beta on it too. I was like,
did
hey,
too.
I own like 3 Razer products. Give it to me.
I didn't own any at the time.
I know
Now
the
I have-
developer
You have your
price
keyboard.
for it is $50,
Yeah, so now
so
I
it'll
have-
be somewhere around in there.
That's not bad. Considering that price tag, I might actually consider getting it.
Yeah, and it
Because-
should do notifications from your phone as well as the cool G-Tribe interface stuff that will hopefully be on it too, with us having it early, or Angel having it early. Which is awesome because it also was like, it was going to allow you to do some other like friend sort of stuff, like get information from doing high fives. So it's nice to hear that like other people are going to be able to add functionality that makes it better. Like, because I'd rather have somebody's G-Tribe profile from a high five than just having like random information from like Razer, honestly.
Yeah, it definitely makes a difference.
And Alex Anderson, our community manager, just said that Razer CEO did confirm that it will be under $100 when it's
Yay.
released.
Yeah.
So
Because it's
Sweet.
currently there are some scams I think on eBay that they posted about, which we do need to say, I guess. Not really. I'm not sure if we need to work, but
it's
people
not
are
officially
selling-
released.
yeah, people were selling fake, like they were selling Nabu bands on eBay for $400, which is pretty much a scam because most of the time it's not going to be a real one. It's going to be some weird thing maybe just a rubber band with a watch strapped to it, and when it's fully released, it's going to be like less than $100. There's no reason to pay $400 now because half of the functionality is going to be interacting with other Nabu users. So you don't really need one before the Nabu comes out.
True. Yeah,
Nice.
the whole fake thing is just kind of silly.
Yeah, but yeah, don't buy the ones on eBay because they're way overpriced and fake. So double bad.
Awesome.
Alright.
Well, this is a big one. This was actually announced last week, prior to the show last week, and we kind of didn't put
Glazed
it in.
over it.
Yeah, we just kind of glazed over it. So, but this is something that Angel had posted, and I wanted to go back and readdress it. And it's a key differences between something like Gaming Tribe and Facebook. The post was on Angel's Gaming Tribe page. You can go over there. You can look at it. It was posted on the 15th of November, and basically, he has a long quote from the manager of privacy and public policy at Facebook. And rather than read that, I'll let you guys read that. But there's 5 key differences from Gaming Tribe to Facebook, and these are it. You have strict privacy, which basically means that you're in control at all times of who can see what that you put in here, including if your profile even shows up in a search engine. So, like, if you don't want someone to Google your name and it show up on Google search engine, you can check the box that says no, and it will not show up. And you have account deletion. I know there's at least one community volunteer who deleted his account back a few months ago. Deleted his account,
Right.
and literally it wiped everything. There was, and he tried messaging, asking, "Hey, can I get my account stuff back? I don't want to set it all back up. I was just testing the feature." And sure enough, and they were all like, "Nope, it's gone. There's absolutely nothing they can do."
Completely
Yeah, because like with Facebook, if you delete your account, all you got to do to get it back is log back in.
All you have to do is log back in because it's not an official delete. It's just it's just
inactive.
Yeah,
you have to do a lot of stuff to actually get fully deleted off of Facebook.
Yeah,
Like,
and it's nearly
you have to
impossible.
jump through hoops. Yeah,
It's nearly impossible.
Blizzard doesn't delete accounts either. They just sit there forever. The only time you can get an account actually deleted is if it's like a court order, like witness protection or some crazy serious thing like
right?
that. Yeah.
Can you imagine getting caught in witness protection because you jumped on your WoW account? And they're like, and the person who was like mad at you was like, "They're alive still." It's the WoW account.
That would be crazy, but
That would be so unfortunate.
That'd be awful.
but the great thing about
Anyway.
Gaming Tribe is you hit that delete button, it's gone, and if you go and ask for it to get it back, I'm sorry. The only way to get it back is to recreate your account from scratch.
And add all of those friends back.
Add all the friends, re-implement your PC profile, put your personal profile info back. Got to get re-verified, like all kinds of stuff. Super, super tedious. So, but if you're worried about it, guess what? All you have to do is hit delete, and it's gone. The other thing is, Gaming Tribe does not sell any of your information at all. Matter of fact, they literally say that they will not sell or disclose your personal information to any third party, and that is including their sponsors. It's not limited to their sponsors, but that, I mean, it's just nobody gets your information at all for monetary gain. There's no marketing of your info. Matter of fact, and I'll add this to that. There is absolutely no way for them to pull your information up.
Yep.
Unless their giveaway system triggers that you have won a giveaway.
Yeah.
That's the only time they get to see like your address and stuff. That's all.
That's it. And the second they close
hiding.
The second they close off that link, it's back in the system, protected. Cannot pull it up at all unless the system triggers that you've won something.
Yeah.
There's just no way to fix it. There's no way to edit it. There's no way to do any of that. It's all protected. They can't even pull it up themselves. And and that's what level of privacy we're talking about. The no advertising has been around for a while. There is absolutely no advertising on Gaming Tribe unless you subscribe to a sponsor's cover image to make it visible on your profile page. And even then, you could just subscribe to the one for Mass Luminosity, or you could even choose not to have one, and it doesn't matter. The great thing about that is, like, I have the Balls one. I like going to visit their website all the time, even though I don't necessarily have the money to buy their product. But I'll go to my site, I'll go to my profile page, I'll click on the Balls cover image, and it'll pop up right there, shop.balls.com, and I can see all their products that they're offering at the time, which was really cool when they released their website having the glass bottles for sale. So now they have the glass bottles for sale up there, and it's pretty sweet. The last thing that's very, very key difference between Facebook and Gaming Tribe is the real name policy. The only way that you can get verified is if you are using a real name and a real profile photo of yourself. Is the only way you can get verified. Now, if you're not using a real name, first off, you get instantly disqualified if you win a giveaway, because the way the verification process works is for a giveaway win, which doesn't mean you don't have to be verified on the site in order to win a giveaway. But if you do not have your name and your information that is accurate to something as a government-issued identification card, then you're instantly disqualified from winning something like a global giveaway. However, the benefit of being verified on the site is it allows you to literally sit there and enter. It automatically enters you to verified only giveaways. There's only like 1,000 people who are verified on the site, and I don't even know if that's an accurate number anymore because the last number I saw was 600. So I asked Angel if he's watching to update us. Let me know how many people are verified. And another thing is you can lose verification. Verification is a whole process in of itself. You have a real name, a completed profile, including a PC profile, and you've posted something on a generally regular basis. If you're not active around the site, you can, in fact, be unverified. But the key thing about this is that it's reduced spamming, trolling, and just nonsense posts around the site to literally like 1%. So you don't see them as much anymore. And the great thing,
because that anonymity is gone.
Yeah, you're not. There are 900 people verified on the site. I just got it right now. So that's awesome. So if you're complaining that the global giveaways are like 50,000 people and it's really hard to win that, well, that's great because the next giveaway means that you'll have a chance to win that again. But there's verified only giveaways, and that's 900 people you're competing against, not necessarily 50,000. So if you want better odds, I suggest you get verified.
Yeah, definitely. Let's go ahead and shift over to the. It's the RWD one, right?
Yeah, I was about to say we need to make sure to mention that stuff.
Yeah, so a little while back, Mass Luminosity made a post explaining how to put a bookmark on your home screen that takes you straight to the page, and the instructions are for all the different phones, iOS, Android, and Windows Phone. And at first it was shared, and that was cool, but that was the end of it. But now we're asking for people to take screenshots of your phone with your bookmark on it, and if you post it, you have to use a hashtag RWD, because there's going to be a giveaway coming up that's strictly for people who have the bookmark on their home screen. So if you haven't done it yet, get to it. Let's go.
I posted mine earlier, but I can't open the picture in any browser for some reason. And it was a long picture because it's at the bottom half of my screen. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. But
well, they're still fixing stuff in the background, so things break and then they work again and then they break again. So
considering that people like my stats, I'll just assume that people managed to see it before it was too late.
Which reminds me, I need to actually finish my. I had the bookmark on there a while ago, but I never took a screenshot of it, so I should probably do that.
Yeah, I was about to say, I did mine the day that it came out. Like, I was like, oh, I'll just do this. And so I just made it.
I didn't know how to
just
take a
little
screenshot
icon
of my phone.
Right there. Oh, get out of here, you stupid thing. Right
Way to
there. And I
fail.
got a Dark Souls background on it too, so
There we
Mine
go.
sits
so
front
you know
and
it's
center,
legit.
right there at the top. But see, I had it pretty much right after the instructions came out, but I didn't learn how to take a screenshot on this phone until yesterday. So I just never uploaded a picture of it, but I should probably do that later now that I think about it.
Awesome. So to recap, if anyone wants to do anything that's happened on this show, the VOD will be going up within an hour after the show has completed, and you guys can go and check out all that stuff over on the Gaming Tribe site. So that's going to conclude the site. I'm going to throw up this stream. Sorry, not the site. I'm going to throw up all the information for where you can find each of us. Be sure to go check any of that stuff out. And be sure to tune in next week, November 30th at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. And be sure to tune in because there should be some interesting information on that site. Also, on November 30th, we will release our personal holiday schedule. We are not planning on doing GTI every single week throughout the month of December, so you'll have to tune in on the 30th for us to clarify when our schedule
Timmy
is going to
Tam.
be. Yeah, what's up?
Alfie.
That's where I was going to end. So,
Oh, my bad.
If you guys want to check this out, be sure to go and post something over on Gaming Tribe. I want you guys to do this real quick. I want you to use the hashtag GT Insider and say that the GT Insider crew absolutely loves Alfie because, yeah, exactly. For those of you who don't know, Alfie is, I want to say an unofficial mascot because I can't officially know the mascot yet because I don't have the post in front of me. However,
the official mascot is Susanese.
That's what I thought. So
yes.
Be sure, if you haven't checked it out, over on Angel's page, Alfie, you can do the Alfie emoticon with a colon and a 3. Okay, no parentheses or anything like that, just a colon and a 3. If you do that, it will do an Alfie icon. And you guys should go and do that real quick because I'm going to have something in store for people who use the Alfie icon. So, thank you guys. Be sure to go over there and post your love for Alfie and tell everyone how much you love.
Get those screenshots up too.
Yeah, how much you love it, and get those screenshots up. Dot, big shout out to you because you already have your screenshot up. So that concludes the 34th episode of GT Insider. Kirsten, thank you again for your knowledge on Borderlands Pre-Sequel, and
always fun.
Look forward to your full completed review whenever you get a chance to finish that. Unless you want to come on and do Far Cry 4 first, because apparently you're playing that.
That'd be pretty fun too.
So,
yeah, I'd be down for that.
Sweet. All right, you guys, thank you for joining us, and see you next week.